Alright, hello and welcome to video number 4 of Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Now, before going to the next portrait, know that I have the real double jump ability and not that break your partner's shoulder using it as a trampoline. Time to go back here and get the items. And granted, I could just wait until later when I get the flight ability and can 100% complete this map, but let's see from here. Where was? Oh yeah, actually I do want to. Rooms on the other side of the boss room. Sorry, temporary brain freeze. Had to remember where the rooms I was looking for were. Like what? Dude. All on the other side of the boss room from here, on the way out of here. One right here. Oh, then I missed the jump. Oh, you dirty rat. Come here, you. Cape, big deal. I mean, it might have been useful if you were able to get it earlier when you were here the first time, but since I suck at the acrobat ability in this game. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Moonwalkers. Who do I think I am? Michael Jackson? And the main reason I'm making my way back here now is the item that's in the upper right corner of this room. Part of a side quest later on. The longsword. Granted, you could use it as an attack weapon until then, but it will be one of 3 items near the second half of the game. One of the 3 items for the poison versus poison side quest, along with the Animita and moldy bread. Anyways.
I'll make you a deal.
Now, I should save my game with save states or something and test the theory here, but if you accidentally sell that longsword now,
Thank you.
will you be able to get it back? Or would you forever be locked out of that side quest? That I couldn't tell you. The one time I did that, luckily I noticed I had done so and just quickly reset the game. Wasn't going to take the chance of not being able to complete that side quest. Yeah, I know. Me and my completionist impulses. A side quest I couldn't complete, can't have that. Reset the game. Luckily, I had just saved the save room right there, or save point right there in plain sight. Luckily, I had just saved my game before starting to sell stuff, so I only had to redo the sales of 1 or 2 items. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Now then. Again, at this point in the game, it really doesn't matter which of the 2 portraits that I have access to. This one up there, or this one over there. It really doesn't matter which one you go to at this point. But judging from enemy difficulty, I would say you're intended to go to this one first, since this one has easier enemies. And I usually do go to this one first as well, due to the duo attack magic spell that's found there. My favorite one in the entire game, and like I mentioned in the last video, will be using from the moment I find it to the duration of the game from that point on. So yeah, for that reason I always go to this one first, even though it could be. Well, of course, gotta have your desert areas in a video game. Oh yeah, and gotta have your mummies too. What's so devilish about it? Just a rolling barrel wheel. Okay, I don't like this. Yeah. People that haven't played the game before would probably be like, what are you talking about? It's just a hill, keep going. Yeah. Just a hill with one large ass worm that's like 4 times bigger than I am. Damn, that's a big worm. Yep. Jonathan gives up. He just sinks into the quicksand and finds this hidden down there. Oh, there's an item up there. Oh, goody. Here we go again with the whole idea of items placed in awkward places that by the time you can get to them because of that, you probably won't need them anymore. You'll have something better. Right up there at the top of the screen. Yeah. Whip upgrade. Since there's no platforms around here, there's no way even with double jump you can get up there. So yeah, you're not going to be able to get up there until you have the flight ability or the extreme high jump, whichever. Until the second half of the game. And again, by then, the item that's up there, you probably won't need it no more. You'll have something better. Really, designers? Again, like I said in the previous video, who was in charge of item placement in these games? Whoever it was should have been fired. Never allowed to work on another video game as long as they shall live. I'm sorry, I know that sounds harsh, but so many times in this game, Dawn of Sorrow and Aria of Sorrow, so many times, by the time you can get to that weapon, You won't need it no more. You'll have something better. Now, to get through the portrait, just go straight ahead until you reach a dead end and then upwards. But for optional exploration, map completion, and the aforementioned duo ability that I want, you'll need to go down here. And by the way, as you've noticed visually by now already anyways, yeah, these guys revive. You can't truly kill them until you get a magic spell much later in the game. Near mid-game. Weird enemy. Booby trap. Skeleton ghosts. Okay. As always, whenever I play this game, save my game here, because one of the rooms coming up in the next couple minutes can, potentially speaking, be very deadly. So, yeah, saving your game there might be very helpful in minimizing stuff you'll have to redo if you die in that room. Oh, and by the way, that... Oh, never mind. Never mind, I was thinking it was that dragon zombie from the sewer areas earlier that was in this room. He's coming up a little later. Decapitation. Ghosts. Oh, they no longer respawn. Okay. Yeah, they'll only do that for a long enough period of time in one room. And yes, there was one playthrough where I actually systematically went from room to room, killing ghosts as long as they reappeared. And it only happened in one room, specifically. Or you could actually do that Ghosts of the Desert side quest. There is a room in which ghosts gather. Well, technically speaking, there's several rooms in this portrait where ghosts gather. But there's only one room where they gather, where they keep respawning long enough to make, so you can do that side quest here. Oh, this is, yeah, there it is. I was off by one room. Again, 2 items, he drops. One you could have already had from another enemy, the hill guards, I think it was. And 2, there's that, whatever the name of that weapon is, I forget, some weird ass, Zilwilliger or something like that. Some weird ass name. Gladius here, yeah, that's the sword that you could have also got from the hill guards back in the Great Stairway area. Zulhander, that's the one. The one that I mentioned back in the sewer areas when we first seen this enemy. 47 attack points. Granted, again, since I grinded the heck out of the game, so to speak, and got the Holy Claymore early, the Zulhander is not as valuable anymore, but under normal circumstances at this point in the game, 21, 25, 25. 38, 47. Stone mask. What is this? Majora's Mask? No, and even if it was, this thing don't work like the stone mask and Majora's Mask. Don't make you invisible to most enemies. Uh-oh. Fire breathers again. Helps if you're facing the right way. Ooh, sneaky! Another 10-point increase for max MP. Now, remember this room, as you will be back here later in the game. This little narrow passageway here that you cannot get through right now. On the far end of this, there is an item that you will be coming back here for once you can get it. So yeah, again, as YouTuber HC Bailey would say, remember this for later. In the meantime, this is also the room I hinted at earlier about a room that could be potentially very deadly and why I always save my game back there where I do. These boulders, as you would imagine, even in a video game, these boulders can be very deadly. Yeah, see what I mean? Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Again, like I said in the last video, any time you see a treasure chest, be assured that it's a mimic, guaranteed. Kind of ruins the surprise factor. Oh, not these guys again. Damn you, Konami. Can we have at least one Castlevania game without these annoying little turds? Obviously not, no. Such things are unthinkable. At least in the minds of the developers who've made these games over the decades. As I can't think of a single one of them that didn't have those guys at some point in the game. Again, granted, it's not like I've played every Castlevania game ever made through the course of, what, 35 years now? Since 1986? 36 years? Yeah. Blob things can curse you, but they can also drop, if you kill them, can also drop an item that magic spell that negates curses. Okay. Oh no, you don't. Ooh, there it is. Get rid of these. Oh, get up there. Cool. Soul Crush, that's what they call it. But yeah. I'll be using this for the rest of the game now. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. Look at that. Cool. Oh, goody. Blade traps. Well, they don't even have a bestiary entry, let alone a name, but as usual, I refer to them as blade traps because just like in a Zelda game, they work the same way. Get close to trigger it, so to speak. Wait for it to go back and then move forward, just like a blade trap in a Zelda game. Actually, these guys drop the spear sub-weapon for Jonathan. Occasionally. Oh, big deal. Back to where I started from. Before going underground, so to speak, to get the 1,000 blades. Okay. Can't get up there from here. At least not now. I mean, that'd be one very convenient shortcut. If you can get up there from here. Sadly, no. So, alright. Now, like I said earlier, since I've already got the 1,000 blades and explored all that area under there, from here, just go forward. Avoiding the blade traps, of course. Easy enough to do. Okay, good. Oh, get up there and get that before it disappears. Javelin, that's what it's called, okay. Not spear. Yeah. Again, like I hinted at earlier, the Spear of Legend side quest, once it's available, not just find this, but master it through SP points. Alright, now for some more story dialogue. Your painting? Oh, you must be this Bronner guy we've been hearing about. Why? I mean, actually, he hasn't really said what he's planning. We've kind of heard about it, but oh well. Rest assured, he's the villain in a story, be it a video game, a movie, a novel. He's the villain in a story, so rest assured he's about to tell you his plan and give you more than ample time to stop him from carrying it out. Not too bright, but okay. In your mind only, but okay. Again, since when did Dracula obtain Lord status? I suppose to other vampires, Dracula would be kind of important, but... Think so? What? You and your portraits. Yes, please do. Give us a reason to kick your bottom. Okay. If you say so, Jonathan. Oops, wrong button. Uh-oh. Okay. First, get rid of the interference. Okay. Nope, not yet. Another one? Okay, fine. Have it your way. Oh, come on. Oh, I hate this. Pawaka knife. I don't know who the Pawaka people are, but this weapon sucks. I only get it for completion purposes. Both Jonathan's sub-weapons and the side quests pertaining to them. Otherwise, I wouldn't even bother getting this, since I never use the dang thing anyway. Ooh, trying to sneak up on me, huh? Oh, forgot about these things. Save point, I suppose. Yeah. Obviously can't get up there from here. You again. Work point. Oh, you. Oh, how did that hit me? Again. Treasure chest, mimic. Now from here, you do not want to drop down again any further. Or you'll have to work your way back around. Or of course you could also use that warp point that was just activated. But don't make my mistake. Hey, what's down here? Oh crap. By the time you realize it, too late. You're already... Yeah. Oops. I goofed. Big deal. Very heavy, very clunky, and very ineffective in my opinion. One of Jonathan's sub-weapons, but will be... Oh, there's a high potion. Oh, come on. Picky mapping strip. There it goes. This room. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to do it now. Oh, come on. I wanted to laugh at you. Yeah. A lot of times, granted, it's not going to do it now just because I wanted to visually show that, but a lot of playthroughs, I'll be standing right where I am right now, and this white dragon thing will be breathing fire in the opposite direction. And I'll be standing here thinking, dude, what are you aiming at? I am behind you. You're aiming the wrong way. Oh, can't get over there to the obvious item on the right side of the screen. At least not until we can get to this room from up there. In that upper left corner of the map in this room, I don't think you can fill out either until later on. Now, could drop down here to get an item that's about, I mean, looking at the map there on the left, about halfway in between, there's an item that you could get. Problem is, if you go down there to get that now, there is no way back up here except for to loop around again. So, yeah. And since I never use that item anyways, I'll do that when I come back here later on having the flight ability. Nah, screw it. Royal Sandals. Defense up by 2. Intelligence up by 3. Could be useful if you're using Charlotte for her magic spells, but yeah. Again, problem is now there's no way I can get back up there without backtracking around. So yeah. Normally I wouldn't worry about that if not for demonstration purposes. Since I never use those Royal Sandals anyways. What? I fell right through the... Okay, that's better. Alright, now avoid that pit there. Step on this switch of sorts, open that gate. Of course, the path to the boss room is up that way, but for mapping purposes and side quest, I'm going the opposite direction for now. This is the room where you can actually complete that Ghost of the Desert side quest. This is the only room in this entire portrait level where these ghosts keep respawning enough times for, well, you'll see in a minute or two. Just like earlier, trying to explain this without spoilers, probably making myself sound like an idiot in the process. That. This is the only room where he'll appear in. And yes, there was at least one playthrough, like I was saying earlier, where I went room for room throughout this entire portrait. And yes, this is the only room he appears in. in the other room with those ghost enemies. They'll reappear a couple times, but not that big one. Silver armor. But again, in true video game logic fashion, in terms of defense points, it pales in comparison to the feather gear pillow. Ow! Whoa, holy crap. Hello. Ooh, that was close. I knew those things did a lot of damage, but I don't remember doing that much. Okay. Turn point. Oh, you dirty. Take that. You shoot at me? I don't think so. Okay. Save point. Last save point before the boss. One room up above us right now. Now, on my first playthrough, I didn't get the gimmick of this upcoming boss. I only know I died several times to its temptation. Basically, RPG confusion. Jonathan hits himself, or Charlotte, until you get a game over, rather than hitting the boss. Again, I didn't get the gimmick there. So, my solution to it was grind to the extreme. All the way up to like level 38. Yeah. I didn't realize until years later when watching the aforementioned YouTuber Alessandri's playthrough. And then I was sitting there thinking, why didn't I realize that? Just play as Charlotte. She's immune to it. Duh. That or that too. Yeah. First of all, since she's immune to that, okay. Ain't gonna work. You're not the brightest. Oh shit. You're not the brightest boss in video game history, are you? I mean, seriously. How many times you. Okay. Oh shit. I'm not the brightest player either. Damn it, I'm dead. Okay, come on. Finish her off before Jonathan finishes. Okay, here I am saying she's not too bright. The yoke is on me. Who's the dummy here? The person in the video game or the person holding the controller? I think it's a combination of both. Alright. Stop hitting the wrong buttons. keep my fingers off of that one. Wait a minute, wait, no. No, that ain't what I wanted to do. Okay, now it ain't working. What the hell? Oh, shoot. Wait till she's inside there. There, that's much better. Would have had her the last time if I had accidentally hit the wrong button. But yeah, again, my first playthrough. Why didn't I think of using Charlotte instead of Jonathan? Yeah. Oh, here we are. The Strength Glove. Increased pushing power. The Titan's Mitt. Now that's going to open up a few areas of exploration back in the main castle. Not so much here, as we're pretty much done here, at least for now. I mean, granted, we will be back here one more time for an item, you know, a magic spell for Charlotte that you will have to get later in the game. Plus, you can optionally come back here after much later than that with the flight ability to get to some of the items you can't yet. And for map completion. But for now, I'm done here. All right. Okay, almost time. Ugh. Okay, well, one such area of exploration now open with that increased pushing strength. Over this way. Can't walk through that. Looks like it might just be part of the background. Tower of Death. Such a friendly sounding place. And as a throwback to the first Castlevania game, hit the wall. Yeah. Again, who'd want to eat it, but okay. Warp point. Save room. Oh, great. The Flying Medusa heads. Another longtime Castlevania enemy that's been in pretty much every one of the games. Oh well. At least in these games, there's no instant death pits for them to push you back into. Unlike the traditional NES first few Castlevania games. Or even some of the other ones, like Bloodlines on the Genesis. Anyways, obviously can't get through here yet. Something for later. Could get up there and get that magic spell for Charlotte that's up there. Could do that now, but getting back out of there at this point, especially for a spell that I never use anyways. And this is still a dead end until we can hit that switch on the opposite end of the screen. So yeah, for now, other than maybe getting the items from Medusa's here, not much to do in this room. Oh, there's that item in the upper right corner. So for now, boss battle. Really, dude? You talk so tough. Blah, 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 blah. Is that the best you can do? Okay, let's not take any unnecessary chances here. Lucky Charms, purple horseshoes, blue diamonds. Secret, shut the heck up. Oh, you're a squirmy little turd, I give you that much. Really? That's all you have? Jeez, for all your tough talk, I'd have expected more of a fight out of you. You just got your butt handed to you, that's what. Of course. Yeah. Well, potential spoiler perhaps, but you notice for a fleeting second there in that dialogue box artworks, she didn't have her pale complexion anymore. Her skin tone had returned to normal. Hinting at something? Yeah. Something that becomes very crucial later on in the game. Yeah, you're right, we are. Don't threaten me or I'll kick your butt too. I don't know. Something shiny. Oh. Huh? What's Win doing with those? Is he a vampire too? Is that why he wouldn't tell us his name? Is that why he's cursed to that room? Not of his own doing, but somebody's idea of how to stop a vampire? Hmm. Wind suddenly has some explaining to do here. I knew there was something fishy about that guy. Why he wouldn't tell us his real name. Why he's stuck in that room. Well, this is a dead end until we get an item from the next portrait. Just as well. For right now. Like I said, Wind has some explanations. Some explaining to do. Speechless, huh? Eric Lacard. That name is supposed to mean something? Well, if you'd played the Sega Genesis Castlevania game Bloodlines, that name would mean something to you. He's one of the two choices of playable characters in that game, making this kind of a sequel to that game, story and timeline setting wise. Yeah. Jonathan's father, John, the other of the two possible play, which I never picked up on since I never played Bloodlines, at least not until after starting to play this game, then just out of curiosity, the game that this is a sequel to, potentials. That's when I played, and well, in my opinion, I haven't missed much. I didn't really care much for Bloodlines, just this typical cheap Castlevania game, like all of the original ones were. Sorry, I know that's going to upset some die-hard Castlevania fan out there, but hey, you like what you like, that's fine with me, but I can't stand the first Castlevania game or the third one. Cheap Deathsylvania. I mean, it's because of those that I almost lost interest in the Castlevania series in general entirely until Harmony of Dissonance came out in 2002. A sequel to the only so-called classicvania game that I have even the slightest interest in, Simon's Quest, set 50 years later. I'm like, oh, well, on one hand it's a sequel to that game, but on the other hand it's a Castlevania game. Ah, what the heck, it's a sequel to Simon's Quest, I gotta at least try it. My interest in the Castlevania franchise saved with that game. Anyways, yeah. Why are you with them? You a vampire too? What? That ain't what they're saying. Uh-huh. Why is it so many villains? Be it video game, novels, movies, TV shows. Why is it so many villains are also delusional? Guess it's part of being a villain. Oh, here we go again with that. Meant to explain that dialogue just after the Dolahan boss battle in the City of Hayes portrait. But still, again, who is going to be fighting that boss battle with the whip still equipped? Good luck. You're going to need it. Yeah, good question. Well, you're one of them. Oh, wait a minute, I get it. Living members of the family, which leaves him out. And his daughters, well, they're alive, but they're kind of undead, so they're not really alive. I mean, that's. Yeah, never mind. Eh, something like that, I guess. At least until later in the game. I think he knows why his father died. I mean, actually, unless I wasn't paying attention to all of the dialogue and whatnot in Bloodlines, they never really. I mean, I guess it makes sense they wouldn't. You know, gotta have somewhat of a happy ending. But they never really specify exactly when Jonathan's father died. Probably because they didn't think of it at the time. I mean, Bloodlines was 1993 on the Sega Genesis. This was 2006. Some 13 years divided the two games. Stuff that they came up with for this game they probably hadn't even thought of in the back of their minds yet when they made Bloodlines. And then 13 years later decide to tie this game in with it. Again, like I said in part one of this series, that's the problem I have with these so-called timelines. Yeah, they're interesting to read, but again, I highly doubt when they were making the first Castlevania game they had any thoughts of games like this one some 18 years later or 20 years later. Not likely. Timelines are just something they thought of as the years went by and more games were made to this added to the series. Really? Criminy, I've heard of extreme circumstances, but this is ridiculous. Basically put, from the sound of this, you have to be suicidal. Ah, screw it, I'm tired of living. Give me that whip. Luckily, from a gameplay standpoint, that's not going to be the case. Uh-huh. That's the best explanation they could come. Well, that's meant to explain Jonathan's earlier outburst after the first confrontation with Death, aka Grim Reaper. Jonathan talking about how his father died before teaching him of. And he gets it. You'll never again hear him complain about his father. Unlike Titus in Final Fantasy X, or Titus, however you pronounce that whiny baby's name. Dude, it can't be explained any clearer. Well, that's all tied in with the so-called timeline. But yeah. Rondo of Blood into Symphony of the Night. Richter Belmont. $19.99. Prince? No. But yeah. This game and the Game Boy Advance Castlevania game Aria of Sorrow. Both mention the storyline events of 1999, yet there is no game based on them, and now with the state of Konami being in such shambles apparently, there never will be. Since Konami hasn't made a new Castlevania game in what, 5-6 years at least, if not more? And personally, when I first heard of the Netflix anime Castlevania series, I was kind of hoping that would be what the premise of it would be, since there's never been a game made or based on these events with that character. But no, the Netflix series was just a tie-in to Castlevania 3. Big frickin' deal. I can barely contain my excitement. More Castlevania 3 malarkey. Yay! Again, I know that's going to piss off some longtime Castlevania fans. There's somebody to get pissed off over no matter what you say these days, it seems like. I mean, again, if you like the games I don't, more power to you. To each their own. It's only a matter of personal gaming opinions anyways, but never cared for Castlevania 1 or 3. It's a little late to be asking him that, since we already kind of did just kick his daughter's ass. I mean, really. And yes, you have to have fought that vampire boss battle to even trigger this dialogue in the first place. So yeah, nothing like kicking some parent, their kid's ass, and then going and asking their parents, "Hey, is it okay what I just did to your kid?" Yeah. Purification spell. Surely you jest. Chances are very slim that this is referencing my least favorite part of this entire game. Never mind, I will get into that later. Oh yes, I will get into that later. But for now, okay.
How are things?
Many more side quests, most of which I'll do next video. Well, there's one I've been talking about a couple times already. Yeah. Holy appearance. Have Charlotte equip those 3 pieces of nun armor here. One found in the City of Haze portrait, one in that area right just above the desert portrait entrance, and one that... Anyways. With all 3 equipped, talk to Eric again.
How are things? Well done.
Number of fortune. Oh yay. Well, one way you could do this is to buy and sell stuff at the shop until you get that. But that could take an eternity. Another way would be to go to a room like, well, where was that? Oh, like right here, for example. Just Oh shoot, I should have got that last 100. Oops. Yeah. But for me, that's the problem with that. You see a coin in a video game and the temptation to pick it up is there, even if you don't really want to for the reasons of this side quest. 777. If I had picked up that extra 100 coin, I'd have it now. But again, you see a coin in a video game and you just have to pick it up. You can't just leave it sitting there. There's something against some video game rule against that. Well, there's not really, but yeah. Anyways, holy crap. Yeah. An hour and 11 minutes. Alright. That'll be it for this video. See you next time when I do these side quests and go to the next portrait, because there's really not much else left to do at this point in the game. So, see you next time. As always, thanks for watching, and bye.